While it may be commonplace for many small towns across the country to throw something together that would celebrate the transition of the seasons, such as a fall festival or a haunted house, but some towns like to go above and beyond and do so much more. One such small town that celebrates the fall in a unique fashion, but also celebrates its history as a city and its people, is the small city of Granville, Tennessee. Granville is a small town that is a little over an hour away from Murfreesboro that has roughly 300 people living there. Throughout the year, the town puts together many different events throughout the year, whether it be their Scarecrow Walk festival that goes on through the entire month of October, where they have over 300 different scarecrows depicting different historical people. Another is their Granville Ghost Walk, where kids and adults alike get to hear scary and spooky ghost stories and myths associated with the Granville community. One event that attracts a lot of visitors is the annual Granville Fall Celebration. On October 6th, over 500 people showed up to enjoy classic cars, old-school bluegrass and jazz music, and enjoy the overall old-timey feel of the buildings and setting. Jolly Stevens, who works for the Reed's Event Rentals that sets up all the tents for the fall celebration, talked about how amazing the community is and what they are able to put on for everyone. He said Randall Clemens may be a big part of the city, but the whole group of people is what makes Granville so special. Randall Clemens is the president of the Lebanon-based Wilson Bank and Trust Bank for well over 3 decades and has been one of the main financial backers and supporters of the city of Granville. Clemens, who is a native of Granville, is also the volunteer president of the Granville Museum, the 1880s Sutton Homestead, and the General Store. Clemens' main goal with helping out in the city is to have people enjoy and appreciate Granville and experience a look back into time. One of the bigger events put on by this town is their annual October Scarecrow Walk. This year marks the 6th year in a row where they have created over 300 scarecrows around Granville. These scarecrows are often references to famous historical Granville residents or Tennesseans in general. This Scarecrow Walk also shows off some of the interesting history that has taken place in the city or great things done by former residents, such as over 200 Granville residents have served in the U.S. military, ranging from the Iraq War all the way back to the Revolutionary War. 7 men even paid the ultimate sacrifice and gave their lives for the freedoms we enjoy today. Another part of the Scarecrow Walk is being able to see the history of Granville through large pictures on the sides of buildings with signs that give a little background. One such sign gives a brief history of the settling of Granville and the gradual climb the town took to becoming a legitimate community. One picture is one of the first captured images of the town of Granville in 1948. Another is of the history of the steamboat interactions with the town along the Cumberland River. Overall, the Scarecrow Walk is more than just a few dressed-up mannequins, and more of a stroll down memory lane of not only the town, but also its people that have made up the town what it is today. One of the smaller events put on by the town is the Granville Ghost Walk. From ghost stories to a hayride to fresh homemade chili, the Ghost Walk is definitely unique. One of the big organizers is former theater teacher Wilhelmina Green, but prefers to go by Bill to keep things simple. Her favorite part is to put on is the ghost story and the scary stories, which allows her to show off her theater background. She said that she looks forward to every year being able to create a new stage and scenery that tells its own unique story behind the actual ghost story itself. They often tell renditions of old classics such as The Headless Horseman and Hocus Pocus. Her face lit up when talking about the last year's story of Hocus Pocus, where when she was talking about the witch cat to the little kids listening, and as she referred to the cat in the story, her very own one cat walked in between her legs and lay down on stage. She said that it was so perfect she couldn't even dream of having it work out that way again. Another fellow townsman that helps out with the Ghost Walk is Kevin Morrow, who does a lot of arts and crafts of the event. His actual job is making designs and art into leather. He does everything from hats to belts to even self-made portraits. He has said he loves to work with his hands, and nothing makes him feel quite as good as turning just a plain piece of leather into a beautiful piece of history. Morrow usually makes a lot of the paintings and artwork that appear throughout the Ghost Walk. He said he might not be the best painter, but he really enjoys painting large scenery and portraits. He said, even though I might not be the best at painting or drawings, I love to help around and put smiles on people's faces with my work. They both enjoy building the scene together, and it's a great way for them to come even closer together as a community. While Granville might just be another town that many people might not know of, or treat it as another town on the way to Knoxville or Nashville, the people of Granville see it as so much more. There are fewer and fewer places across America that still have the same type of pride and love of their community quite like Granville does. And as long as they can manage it, they will keep Granville just the way it is.